There's two things I'd like to share with you. I noticed oftentimes when I'm at the park walking around, I see people walk past me and their heads looking forward or straight down. They're obviously in deep thought with themselves. But I always tell myself that life is so much more awesome if you look up. I mean, truly take a minute when you're at the park and look up. Look up at the sky, at the clouds. If there's trees above you, look how big those trees are. And think how long they took to grow that big. How many years have passed and the skies have stayed the same? How much activity are you getting done in your day? How fast are you moving? Yet the clouds are drifting by at a certain speed. How is it that you're able to run and work and do all the things you want to do and be as fast as you can be, but yet you still don't beat the clock at the end of the day? It stays on point all day. I'm at the park right now at the time of this recording. Something today happened during my meditation. I'm on a dock, find my own quiet spot away from everybody else. And a fisherman comes up. I hear him behind me, step on the dock, zings his lure out into the water, pulls it in, zings it out into the water. And I thought to myself, how rude that you saw me here. There's all these other places you can go fish, and you're gonna walk up on the dock that I am. You can clearly see that I'm meditating. But then I realized, wait a minute, it's a fisherman. All he's gonna do is cast his lure a couple times and he's quiet, in which he was. But then I thought to myself, maybe it's a lesson. Maybe this individual says, if he's truly in deep meditation, if I walk up on the dock and throw my lure, he shouldn't be distracted. I should not take him out of his meditation. So I take all these things as lessons for me to learn from and simply just grant gratitude to the situation, in which it made me reflect deeper and go into my meditation much deeper. Just like this car that is passing me now as I'm walking through the park. I'm in a park, it's quiet and peaceful, but we live in a society that's fast and busy. So now here's the true balance between quiet, peaceful park with the business and traffic of the day-to-day living and commute. Don't let that bother you. Stay on your journey and your path of oneness and balance, and accept these situations as not distractions, except lessons to strengthen you. I always hear people talking about how they're stressed out or how they're so sore. And the fix to this is meditation, daily exercise, stretching, hydrating yourself, eating the proper foods. They sound so simple, and I know it can be challenging, but it's just discipline and simple focus. Shift your focus, change your blueprint of what you must have in your life, and that will show up and you will adapt. The other question you must ask yourself is, how hard do you want to push today? How hard can you push yourself today? It's not so much of a challenge if you have the will. I think the biggest challenge is getting enough energy and strength to go with that will, to go against the will, to develop that will, and to have that will. If you're simply tired and worn out, like this hill I'm walking up right now in the park, I'm pushing myself. But I know I could push even harder. Maybe that hill that you're climbing can be ran. Can you run it? Is it possible? And if it's not possible, who told you it wasn't possible? Who planted that seed? Challenge that. Run. Climb. Push yourself beyond limitations, beyond what others think is impossible. Let's talk about success. If you want to be super successful, you have to increase the chances of success for other people far greater than your own. Let me repeat that. If you want to be successful, super successful, you have to continue to increase the success of other people far greater than your own. Increase your chances of success by increasing the chances of success for others. Are you a creative? Then start creating. Are you a visionary? Then envision. Are you a leader? Start leading. Are you a listener? Start taking everything in. Listen. I had a friend that rode his bike across the United States. And when I asked him how he did it, he simply said, well, you can't ride 1,000 miles, 12,000 miles, 24,000 miles. You can't continue to ride all those miles if you don't get past the first mile. And he says, every time I went further and further across the US on my bicycle, I kept telling myself, just one more mile. One more mile. And then when he would hit that mile, he would say, let's do one more mile. And that's the secret. That is the secret to success, I feel. Just one more opportunity, or just one more triumph, or just let's get one more fail in there, one more no. Because every no will continue to drive you to that one yes that you need. People get caught up in technology too much, how perfect it needs to be. Even I do at times. The sound has to be on point. But I'm at this park today, and I forgot my microphone from my phone to give me that crisp, clear audio. But you know what? Content is king. Content over quality. And so here I am, recording these voice notes into my phone without a mic. But you know what? We have technology that's far greater than it's ever been. So it's going to be just fine. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, even though you can hear the uncompressed sounds, but that's nature. And I want you to hear that. There are no filters. There's no real filters in life. We have all these filters, Instagram filters, Snapchat filters, audio effect filters, visual effect filters. People filter themselves. Don't say this, don't act that, don't talk about this, don't bring that up. Don't do that. Don't think of that. Get rid of those filters. You'll be amazed by the power that you will have over yourself and the limitless possibilities that you will have in your life if you don't live by filters. Set standards, not filters. Higher your standards. Be precise on the words you say. A lot of people just talk and they don't take the time to really think before they speak. So if someone asks you a question, how are you doing today? Don't just answer back, I'm good, if you're not good. And if you're great, then answer back with all the energy that you have in your body to say, I'm great, and not just, I'm great. Speak what you feel. Feel what you speak. Let that empower you. So if someone says, how was your day today? And your day isn't doing very well, you could say something like, I'm working on it. Or it's a process. Or maybe stop the individual and say, you know what? I'd like to talk to you about that. Don't always be in passive mode. I'm going to pass by this person and greet them. That's kindness. Truly get involved at times. You'll know when to and when not to. Follow your gut. Don't take the shortcut in life. Sometimes you need to follow through. And then know the discipline to know when to take that shortcut. Sometimes it's a good thing. It changes your path, gives you some adventure. I'm truly unlocking myself when I speak these words from my meditation because I've unlocked that part of me that I've tapped into. A lot of times I used to think, man, if I just go back to how I used to be, it has nothing to do with that person that I used to be. That person that I used to be is still here in the present moment. It's just I've changed or I've changed my blueprint. And I haven't tapped into that. That person that I'm relating to is the person that I connect with in my meditations. It is the truest part of my life, myself, my being. And when I tap into that, I can grow. In my meditation today, I thought to myself, let me focus on my self-esteem briefly. And so I said to myself in my meditation, I am beautiful, I am great, I am full of energy, I am attractive. People are attracted to my energy, my passion, they sense my drive. I'm loving and I love. And I continue to repeat good things like that about myself. And then I noticed as I start to walk around the park, people saying hi more, good morning, how are you doing, smiling at me. Things that typically don't really happen if I don't meditate on that level. So I simply start realizing the manifestations of my meditations, how immediately they're showing themselves. People are seeing me differently. I'm glowing. People are saying, hey, you look well rested. Have you been meditating? All because I took a few minutes in my meditation to boost my self-esteem and how I view myself. Can you only imagine if I spent the entire hour on myself? In which I will. But will you? Will you? Take the time to notice all the things in your life that you've manifested. That big screen television, that car, that ideal job, your partner, the little things. It could even be a notebook that you're writing on right now. It's a journal in. At some point in your life, you manifested that and you made it a must. So going back to the one thing that I've learned that has really empowered me and made me realize a lot is your income, your environment, those are all direct reflections of your must. Your body, your state of mind, your diet, your exercise, and your energy levels are all direct reflections of your musts, not your wants.